Hello and welcome back. This is our conquest of Roman Empire, and we are missing only 2 missions until our goal is finished, and hopefully, unless of course we fail together, which, considering how previous scenarios went, it may happen. So we are gonna be located in the city of Tarsus, which is in the region of Asia. During the ancient Rome, this region was having multiple names, more or less prefixes, suffixes like small Asia, large Asia, closer Asia, far Asia, I suppose. You can check this information, for example, on Wikipedia, or you can ask your favorite AI. This is the city of Tarsus, located in today's Turkey, hopefully. So let's listen to our instructions.
Cilicia has long been a rally point for brigands, pirates, monkeys, and malcontents. A strong governor is needed to bring order to the province. As one of Rome's finest governors, you are commanded to build a city at Tarsus and secure the province for the empire. The hills of Cilicia are littered with deposits of marble and iron, which are needed throughout the empire. Rumor has it that there may be pockets of gold waiting to be mined. Exploiting these riches is the key to building a prosperous city. However, those same riches will attract the attention of enemies of the empire. Your enemy is not the usual rabble of ragtag barbarians. Once again, the Parthians are eyeing Roman wealth, and Tarsus is their prize. Parthian horsemen are well trained, and their army is capable of breaking through even superior Roman fortifications. Conquering is their goal, not just pillaging and raiding. The hills that provide your wealth may also be your best source of defense. If you survive, Tarsus could one day be one of the greatest cities in the empire.
Alright, several key points here. First thing first, pirates. That's us, that's Vikings. That's our job, as it was in medieval times, or early medieval times, actually, in late Iron Age. Right, so here we are. There are two information here. One is that there are rumors there might be pockets of gold waiting to be mined. I mean, it's nice that they try to add this kind of touch to the game, but since you open the map, you already see there is or there is not gold. So it's not like something that will open in some future times during the gameplay or something like that. From the very beginning, you have the gold. So this kind of language is, I mean, it's nice, but it's not necessary actually. And the second interesting fact in here is that they have armies capable of breaking through even superior Roman fortifications, which I suppose means that the game is telling us there will be catapults and there will be rams. And I mean, I still can be surprised by the game. Even maybe there is some third siege unit in the game I do not know about, because I knew about catapults and rams, and we discovered the rams in a previous scenario. So you never know. Maybe some siege towers, even though there were more medievalish times. I could imagine ballistas, but there were more on the Roman side than there were on the other civilizations the Romans met. Right. Um, there's also one small idea I had, that we are meeting Parthians again. So I suppose we are in time of the coronation of Marcus Aurelius emperor, shortly after death of Pius Augustus, which basically ended up the reign of 5 good emperors, so said today, and basically ended Pax Romania, the vast amount of time during which the Rome was mainly in peace, and then uh, then things complicated a little bit. If you are more interested in that, I mean, go to the internet, Google a little bit. It's kind of interesting what happened. And sometimes you can even hear phrases like you can learn from history. And ancient Rome basically was one of the first republic institutions after Greece, as far as our history knows it. There were no democracies in Asia, as far as I know. Maybe they were. Maybe you can teach me something if you know about it. Leave me a message. I will welcome that. As far as we know, there were no democracies as well in American Peninsula or Africa. So ancient Greece and then ancient Rome were sort of the first fly of democracy and some sort of freedomish behavior, laws that protected citizens um, in these democracies. So when we, for example, today are asking a questions like, "Is our democracy failing? Shouldn't we have like absolutist power person who he may be good, he may, but this history lesson from ancient Greece, ancient Rome already teaches us that even though one person can be great, the second in charge, even though he might be great, the third one may be good, but in the long events, it's not going to end well. So it was just a small, small introduction. Nevertheless, Persians was Parthians, where there is another war. We already met them during Triumvirate, so that's Crassus, the Triumvir Crassus, who died in Parthia, somewhere in Turkey. And we meet them again like 200, 150, 180 years later during the beginning of the reign of Marcus Aurelius, who you may know him from the movie Gladiator, which mainly propagated the Roman Empire, and the picture of him was sort of accurate. He spent a lot of time in wars in Persia and then in Germany, but he always was perceived like the philosopher emperor. He was stoic, which is philosophy that sometimes is alive even today, and it's beginning to be popular again because people tend to look for the ancient knowledge. You can say that. So that's him. In the movie, by the way, there is also Emperor Commodus, who is absolutely completely wrong from the historic point of view. Nevertheless, the director is not famous for keeping tight line with history in his movies. So we can thank him for propagating the Roman Empire because it really did a lot to this topic in pop culture. So let's check the goals in the game after my little monologue speech. We need 40 points of culture, that's okay. We need 80 points of security, and if we will be attacked every half an year, I will burn the game. I mean, I know it from the previous two games to the point that I don't even like want to do the security anymore. We have 40 points of prosperity. I mean, we were on 100. What can surprise us? Nothing. And we need 75 points of favor, and I think that's a lot considering how in depth we usually start with and how our favor goes. So maybe this will be kind of hardish mission. Okay, so let's begin. So let's pause the game. So here we are. Um, first thing, first let's check what we have, what resources we have available. We have gold, iron, timber, and marble. We have been already noticed about marble and iron, and I think gold will be important too. Let's check our industry. We have clothing, and that's the only basic goods we have available in here. So that will be interesting. But as far as I can see on the minimap, we have 3 big spots for farming, so maybe maybe it will be okay. We have luxury goods, jewelry, and utensils as in luxury goods. Okay, let's check our business partners. So we have Egyptus, who will buy weapons and armors. Thank you very much. This will, generate kind of big revenue in our trade, and they also want some marble. We have Mesopotamia, who wants utensils, and not particularly low amount of utensils. We have Syria, who also wants marble and some jewelry, and Asia, who also wants jewelry. So that's 100 pieces of jewelry and 60 something pieces of marble and 50 of utensils. Okay. I'm noticing, apart from previous game, we are back on 10,000, so maybe there will be no fast attacks as they were before. I'm just gonna think for a moment where to put our industry. So this arable spot in here seems like fine place for sheep. It's close to marble, it's close to iron, there is wood in here. So this is probably where I will want to put some of my industry. I'll just do the Coliseum check. There is a hill over here, that's fine. There are hills over here, that's fine too. So this could be a place where to start. But if you start here, we need to figure out where we will put our people. And I'm actually intrigued by the idea that we can try to use this level up position in here. It has only one small problem, which this game does not actually handle well, and that is the water transportation. Because if you put pump house in here, which is I suppose the only water source in the area, and you make the aqueduct connection somewhere around here, put the reservoir in here, you cannot pass the aqueduct on the top of the hill, even though you can leave the water level intact because the aqueduct is high enough. You cannot do that in this level. So that's one of the annoying thing that I suppose it's understandable from the game design point of view. It's not understandable from physics point of view, if you can say it like that way. So that's that. It's my rant about aqueducts. Okay. I will build only a few buildings this time. I will try to prevent the debt as much as I can, basically. The reason for that is pretty obvious. That that favor we need to maintain is kind of hard. Maybe it will be easier if, let's say, there will be a lot of requests. I do not know that now. So what I'm trying to do is I will build only like 2 armor factories. Yep, that's it. That's it. I won't build more. And of course, I will repeat that with weapons as well. Here we are. And now I'm looking for some warehouse. And the rule of thumb, yes, always set up the goods for warehouses. Right, so that's armor and weapons. Okay, now we need some sort of income because these weapons will serve only for our city for now. Right, so we could do the jewelry, we could do the marble and utensils, of course. So let's just check the prices of pieces. So jewelry will cost 74 pieces, utensils 68, and marble 50. So it's not like a hard choice actually. It doesn't even matter because we will do 60 pieces of marble, 50 pieces of utensils, and 100 pieces of jewelry, right? So I will start with jewelry factories. And I will start with just 5, which again may surprise you. And from the same obvious reason, and that is the ultimate debt that's awaiting us, right? I will also build for clothing factory. I've completely forgot that we only have this basic good available, so I will expand our farms right now by 2 more farms. Just so we would be able to build both the armor and clothes, and I will build the warehouse in here. Yep. So that's clothing, and of course some utensils in here. And I will even, I will start the utensils factory in here. From 2 reasons. One, I want basically to start the trade pretty much as soon as possible, as usual. There's no reason to delay. And the second reason is I want some buildings in here, and I do not want to count the number of squares between them. So that's me being lazy a little bit in here. You haven't seen, you haven't seen it. Let's just skip it for now. There is 2 utensils factories and 6 weapons factories, so weapons armor. So that's 8, let's say 6 iron mining. Isn't it too much? Let's start with 4. We'll see. The timber is even easier. There's just 2 of them. Gold is harder, actually. And the gold is located somewhere here. No. Here? No. Oh, in here. Oh, it's kind of far away. That means we'll need a lot of gold miners because they'll need to cross kind of vast, road distance until they reach the camp and back again to the mining camp. So maybe it was a little bit unwise to build the jewelry in here. Nevertheless, it's already done, and I do not have enough money to change that decision. So some small adjustment to make it straight and narrow. Yes, here we go. Now we are missing 1 warehouse for marble. If I didn't forget it. Yes. Okay, now we need 1,800 people to begin with. I mean, that's not too bad, actually. It's still sort of manageable because we didn't build it a lot. Problem is, we will not have any basic goods. So, be interesting. That will be really, really interesting. And as you noticed, I kind of skipped through the lot of parts of map, and I started building the agriculture industry in here. The reason for that is kind of simple. That particular place where we have industry, the arable land there is kind of full already. So we will need a lot of people in the future. We will need a lot of food in the future. fuel the fires of our industry, right? Now that's 6 fields of vegetables, which means 3 vegetable farms. 3 and 10 grain fields, which means 5 grain farms. Now that was the easy part. The hard part will be to kind of fill this particular region with people and just blindly build the reservoir where I thought is the best, more or less, place for him. We can say that you need the reservoir only for the fountain, and that can be built basically anywhere on the map, which is not many people know that, but the people living in the houses will, apart from of course patricians who needs direct contact with the reservoir range, but you can build the fountain in here. People in here, they will come for the water, they have no problem with that. So that's something not people know, but I mean, the reason. Now the question is, why would you do that? Why would you not put the water source close to your people if you can? So the thing that you could doesn't mean you should. That's what I wanted to say, or less. Right. We have introduced a pattern I kind of like in my previous game, in our adventure in Germany, which was a 5 building, then 5 more building, then 3, then the road. Oh, here we are. So, wouldn't look so fancy as it did on a previous map because we only have one basic goods available, and unless I am terribly underestimating the export possibilities in this game, we won't have enough money or actually care to import some more basic goods. So that's that. Here we are. Now, we are missing something about around 2,000 people, and we have 26 houses. 26 houses is something like 1,700, so that's not enough, and we will need to build more. I'm just not sure how, or shouldn't we wait just for the buildings to upgrade a little bit? But you know, I wanted to fuel the expansion of industry by upgrades of the civil buildings. I'll see. That would be interesting part. So bathhouse has some kind of nice coverage. Clinic as well. Now let's switch to review of our goals. And of course, since I already was talking about it a lot, some content. So, that's that. And I did it wrong, right? Didn't I? We put some equids in here. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I was wrong. So, this is Series and Bacchus. So let's put series and bucks in this part, and yeah, and fountains are on the edges, right? So right now we need 5 domuses. I will build 6 of them. The reason is we will add tax collector as well, and with the remaining numbers we'll see what we can do. I think it was the barber shop we built, right? Yeah, I think so. Well, at least we will be broke, but at least we will have a nice hair, right? Okay, we are missing granaries, so let's build granaries as well. Go before. Feeling fancy for that. And what's surprising in my games for the last like 5 scenarios, we more or less have prepared all the industry, the agriculture, and the living quarters, and we are still in positive balance. Nevertheless, it's just 200, it's positive balance. So let's fix that. We will open some trade routes. I'm not sure which one, or maybe we should open all of them. You know what? Let's close the jewelry for now and the gold, and some more things. Let's close the utensils as well. Now what we are having is marble, clothing, and this should more or less cover our current population. And set let's build tax office here, and was barbers, right? So barber in here and in here as well. Okay, 221. There was something I built, I do not remember what was that. Actually I don't care. I think we can skip that. Or we can what we can do is we can redo our barbers and we can build drill yard. But I don't like it. I don't like drill yards. Okay, forget about it. Let's open up the game. I think we have everything we needed. Yep, let's go. And fingers crossed we won't burn or collapse. Let's speed up the game in the meantime while we are filling up the people. All right, welcome back. Now in normal speed. So I was like thinking I needed to fix our favor situation with Rome, because due to the debt we have been losing favor. That's usual, as we know it. Also, I've like built the second full market because I was thinking that for the amount of people, let's just add another one. right now. So that's that done. We more or less have full staffed houses right now, and our industry is not looking particularly well. We are missing 3 people. So that's not I mean, if I am a mystery of some plans, that's where you like meet that genius. uh, right. But still, we this is done due to mothballing jewelry and utensils. So we have some marble in here, which means we can open the trade. And I will firstly open Syria right now because it costs less. That's the only reason. Just thinking where to put the trade depot because there will be more of them. Yeah, I will go here. So let's build it in here. All right. So just prepare the jewelry as well. We can import glass in here. We can even import pottery. So there are ways how to raise those houses to the top, but those means are very expensive for us right now. I play these scenarios where you need to import basic goods. It's not pleasant for me. It's something you have out of your control, and it's the basic goods are completely different from, for example, exotic goods, which you need to import for your patricians in order for them to level up. Because there is much larger rotation of the goods itself. Not only patricians use it, but equids and plebs as well. I usually end up with a lot of plebs in my games. You've seen the population is somewhere around 2000, and we just started the game, so it's a lot. That's the reason I do not like to particularly open this Pandora's box. Right. We are currently losing money again, and there are already some traders coming to the city. But still, I'll donate some more money, and I'll pause the game for a moment because what I want to do is I will put some more services in here in the future, but right now just prolong in this particular road and this one as well, and I will build just 5 more houses. It just feels like the proper amount. We are in debt again. Woohoo! What a party, right? So let's speed up the game again. It will means 700 people coming to our city, which is fun, and we will be dancing around the zero for a longer period of time, which means those, yeah, we already seen some protesters in here. Those are leaving, of course they are leaving.
Moving may be a pain, but
So
it beats staying in the old place.
the highest priority will be for water right now, and we can also level up our priorities for plebs. Oh, here we go. So Rome will be demanding some marble. That's okay. We can fulfill this request already, which is nice. I will prepare the recruitment post in here. Even though we have kind of more troubles right now, I want to start with the military as soon as possible. I'll just build one as a whole for now. Let's see. We are having troubles with money again. It's usual. I'm kind of waiting until the houses are brought up, but it's hard to do if your only basic goods market is close to plebs, and we are having some Jupiter's wrath. He do not like being neglected, and he is neglected because all our equids are leaving the city right now. So we already saw the message that there will be some what was that? Some enemy is coming to the city for 7,000, which, you know, that means it's not actually small army. We will build a heavy infantry fort in here. I don't know why here. It just occurred to me it's a good idea. I strongly suspect that the enemy forces will be coming from this particular region, the part of map. If my suspicion is correct, we will be building more forts in there. Right, we see some buildings already are rising, which means we will open up the gold and the utensils, and we still have more maneuver area with our employment, which is nice. That means we will build armory and open factory because we need those numbers. Okay, and as soon as this heavy infantry fort is filled, we will build another one. So we will be monitoring this building closely. Just surprised that mess hall is not sending them any food. And I do not understand why. Maybe it's too far away. Oh no, they finally got some food. I'm just to be sure, let's build mess hall in here.
Poof. Moving is no fun at all.
There's some recruit going on. Okay, that's nice. So we have some clothes in here. We are starting to have some utensils in here. Let's open up the jewelry as well. Still positive numbers. That's nice. It's still okay. So this fort is full. We can also we could saw that small animation that changed the flex and some more layout on exactly what. So let's build another heavy infantry fort in here. It's just bare minimum to survive. Hopefully it will be enough together with our prefects. Not sure. I'm not sure about it. So there is some utensils already in here. Jewelry should start export itself soon. Don't spend money when you don't have them. Let's open up the trade with Mesopotamia and Asia as well, which will cost us a lot of money. Oh, come on. It's so nice to have it here. Okay. So let's rebuild our aqueduct a little bit. And put the trade depot in here. So while we will be selling those goods and waiting for the enemy army and trying to get out of debt, I'll tell you something about the time we are in. We are currently in 159 AD, which, if I am not mistaken, is still 160. Okay. Nevertheless, it's still the time of the Emperor Pius Augustus, if I remember that name correctly. He is successor of the Emperor Hadrian. But we are closing the year he will die as well. And the next emperor in line is Marcus Aurelius, who I was talking about in the introduction part. So, just for you to know, yes, we already have 2 full forts. So just for the sake of, you know, being prepared and everything, we gonna have a large map. Let's build some cavalry auxiliary as well. Okay. I don't know if they will manage to fill the numbers. We'll see. Hopefully, we will manage to get out of the debt this year. It's, you know, should be soon. Otherwise, we are in troubles with Rome. But that's just coming from the fact that it's still the beginning of the game. Basically, we just started. We do not have full economy in work, and we only have 2. We need to build those forts quickly. So, yeah, and we are in positive balance right now. Those numbers are bad, so let's help them a little bit. So, you know why they are bad. You know, we do not want to have problem in here, in this particular feature of the game. Though we are having kind of a lot of these clothes, so I'll just open second basic good market. Right, there is the rebels coming in, and they already have catapult. I mean, that's awesome, man. So let me just pause for a moment and check all the edges of map, because I was expecting them from this particular side, and they coming from south, or I don't know how to describe that. 3 catapults. I mean, it's second year of the game, and there's catapult here as well. I mean, oh my goodness. Isn't it too much? So our more or less only luck in here is that those catapults are spread far from themselves. So when our units will be done with one group, they can move to another, and, you know, just not to have them all at once, because nevertheless, how elite the unit can be, if like four legionnaires will attack at once to this one unit, the unit will die. They have no chance. It's like 100 against 20, even though those 20 are masterfully great.
You don't have to be crazy to join the legions, but it sure helps.
So I will stop talking for a moment, because there will be sounds of battles and war. And as we know, this game has a broken system of sounds, or I am just completely incapable of setting that up correctly. It's also possible. So fingers crossed this will happen quickly and we will win, hopefully. Sending the horses to meet the catapults. What I do not like to see is those 2 skirmishers, and what's that? 3. That's 3. Heavy infantry, okay. It's not good.
That which does not kill us makes us stronger.
Pro Kaiser!
I only need to know one thing. Where they are. You don't have to be crazy to join the legions, but it sure helps. I only need to know one thing. Where they are.
Pro Kaiser!
Remember, it's not just a job, it's an adventure.
Patricians. Vici Patricians.
That which does not kill us makes us stronger. You don't have to be crazy to join the legions, but it sure helps.
Right, welcome back from the mute.
The glory
I
is
will
not
try to
mine,
put some
but
music on
Rome's.
background or something. Not the elevator one. We have won the battle. It was kind of noisy and long because targeting those catapults are kind of not working well. Let's say that at least. Since we have more weapons and no money, let's build three more forts. Why not? Let's build 3 more forts in here. I will add a road as well, which is unusual for me sometimes. The reason for that is I want Mezahol to access those buildings quicker. I'll also build one more vessel. So there will be a lot of mess. In the meantime, we got the request for some gold, which we will try to fulfill. And that's pretty much it. We are trying to survive yet another year. More armies are coming onto us. So hopefully we will have easier way this time. Actually, interesting where those armies pop up. So there was a quick rain that again stopped my talking. Maybe the game is sensing that I talk too much and it's annoying for the viewers. It's possible. I mean, computers are smart these days, right? So I have added one more warehouse for gold miners, and I will expand the gold mining camp as well. Also, don't forget to check. Yes, we have 500 people who need more jobs, so we can finally expand those industry as I had planned, which we did already with armor and just add more jewelry factories as well. We're trying to copy the profile of the hill as well. So it looks like we may hit those 50. Yes, here we are. We hit those 50 pieces of gold and let's see. Our iron is not overfilled, which is fine. Let's check out trade. So this is flowing more or less. So we will open the Egyptus trade route as well soon. The only thing, well, I mean, I will add marble. 2 more marble to be precise. And I will wait until those forts are full, which they are not yet. And then, you know, I will open the trade. Meanwhile, let's check those buildings here. So quarters looks fine more or less. There's some downgrade of missing basic goods, and we actually do not have enough food, which is, if I think about it, it's not actually that surprising. So in order to tackle that problem, I will start with building kettles in here. Somehow I have I understand that it's just the numbers, but somehow I just imagine that kettle is the food that, you know, keep them the like most satisfied and keeps the hunger away the most, because it's meat, it's the cow, you know. So yeah, we got a request for iron, which is interesting. So I will stockpile the iron, and I will also help iron industry as well. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice touch. We Gotta hit the jackpot in here with this narrowness. So our forts looks full, which means the only thing. Let's open the Egypt Strait. And we need to figure out where to put it. And I already had the place in my mind, but it's full, so we need to destroy that first. Yep. And now we need to set boundaries of what we're gonna sell. I'm gonna sell everything. We're gonna sell weapons, we're gonna sell armor, and we're gonna sell marble as well.
Sorry, I don't have time to chat. I've got to get the
Now,
kids
we
to
have been
harvesting
building
practice.
farms. No, cattle pastures, but no farms. So we need to fix that as well. Free. Oh. Not nice. So we need 4 of them. Really like 4 of them. So should do the trick. There are more enemy armies incoming. I'm not sure if I should prepare my armies or not. Just fulfill this request in here. And we are starting to miss some people. No. Just forgot to build the road. As usual. Yes, we still have space for 100 orders, which we fill quickly and swiftly. Okay. Yep. So where are we? We are in the corner. Yes, so that's the corner. Okay. And let's find the address. This one catapult. Okay. One catapult. Okay. Kind of close
Pain
to
is
those
just weakness
horses
leaving the
already,
body.
so that's just easy peasy done.
That which does
Those
not
new
kill
soldiers
us
will make
makes
these
us
heavy
stronger.
infantry fighters, which is also fine.
Remember, it's not just a
Those
job, it's an
horses
adventure.
will be sent
Vicis Pritches.
in here for now. So as I see it, I start to build forts on the wrong side of map actually.
Promptus
So I
Pritches.
should have gone to this particular region. Maybe if we got more money from trade
That which
in
does not
future,
kill us
I don't
makes
want to
us
go to debt
stronger.
anymore. I want to kind of sort of wait for a moment or year or two until we have more money in our account.
In Permoveo.
Right, so it looks like this battle is done already, and this
You don't
one
have to
as
be
well,
crazy to join the Legion,
which is
but it sure
super
helps.
cool.
It is
And
a good
without
day to die.
actual distortion of sound from
Nos
the battle.
Permoveo.
The glory is not mine, but Rome's.
Pro Roma.
We have defeated the enemy. It took time again. I don't understand targeting of catapults in this game. I will repeat it every other time as well. Why? Oh, this building is empty. So we have got another exodus of equids in our city, which is again sort of understandable, since our money problem wouldn't stop. Hopefully, we'll be selling those weapons in here.
Yeah, the only easy day was yesterday.
Should end soon. So shows that there is there someone stuck or something? What am I missing? Okay. So there's some problem in here.
The glory is not mine, but Rome's.
Okay. They got stuck in the gatehouse somehow. Now, we have 194 unemployed people, which is, I think we are closing to the potential maximum of what we have built in here, which is fine. Jupiter just destroyed one shrine and some more building. I don't know which one. So one sheep farm, okay. And what was the next one? I got message that 2 buildings were destroyed, but then I also got message like that 1 building has collapsed, and then the notification popped out. Another building collapsed, and those notifications were 2. So that means 3 buildings collapsed, and I cannot locate for the one. So maybe just some hiccup from the game. Okay, we are finally having some money in our account, which is actually, you know, interesting. We have 13,000, which is a lot. And we still are able to sell some jewelry, some utensils, so some weapons as well. So that means the trade in this particular game will be rich. So maybe we have the potential options to import basic goods. Nevertheless, I still do not want to join. Okay. Now, since we are doing so fine, so far so good, more or less, I want to start to focus on where we will be able to place some patricians already. I mean, we have functional a luxury working on, so we are covered in this particular problem. And I'm start to feel that this should be where those pesky patricians will be located in our city. What we just need to figure out is this particular region, because there was a lot of armies located already in here. I just put let's say in here, maybe infantry. Yep. And 2 of them, and I think cavalry as well. Yep. What's interesting in this particular playthrough is that on the beginning there was a lot of requests for military support. And on the map, you know, you could see like the enemy camps and etc. But now it's like the 3rd game in or 4th maybe, or maybe through the whole empire, I'm not sure. where you actually are not asked to, you know, send any particular soldiers to fight. So it's kind of a little bit sad, actually. Maybe. Yeah, I think sad. Sad is the proper emotion allocated to that thought process. Okay. I am not able to. Oh, okay. Fit those tower in here. So Andrew, I'm trying to do something I did in the previous game as well. The strategy of unlimited towers. It's functional. It's cowardly, and maybe it's and what I mean. It's cowardly, but maybe it's the only way how to have some security points in military playthrough, right? I didn't figure out anything else that would be working. And the armies that's coming after us are getting larger as well, so we will see. So I'm starting to see that there is repeating pattern in requests and demands to our city, which is that's usual in the game. It's nothing like new. Just what I wanted to point out is that means we can establish that we won't be needing, for example, utensils and others. Other goods like jewelry. I was afraid that they will ask for a lot of jewelry from that gold, and they are asking for the gold, but still, it's not the jewelry. So it's fine. I mean, this is one scenario before the end result of the game, so I was expecting it to be challenging. So far, it is not so much as maybe was the previous game, but the previous game was challenging in two ways. One, there were multiple attacks, which we see in here as well. Two, the incoming armies were large even for the beginning of the game, which we see here as well. But on that particular map, we had financial troubles, and on this one, we do not. If you noticed, we have 11,000 denaries in our treasury. So, I mean, I will slowly build new street in this region, even though I promised those guys there will be some theater and arenas, and there will be in here. There is a place for that, and I will just build one side for now. I want to, let's say, have enough people in our towers from the beginning, so they are preoccupied with soldiers, as we see in here, especially on that region we just built here. But on the other side, I do not want unemployed people for now. So there's some steps to help this particular region to be kind of safer for our wealthy citizens. Now the annoying part is to connect aqueduct with our new region, new quarters, new neighborhood. This was fine. I remember worse places where you need to destroy a lot of buildings in order to fit the aqueduct. Yes, so we will open luxury market in here, in here, in here. Let's open it in here. Why here? Because I want to expand this road as well. Make some connections in here, which will again destroy and rebuild again. This time more profoundly and more narrowish than before. And rebuild the aqueduct again. Okay. Now, the reason for that is I will try to add one building. I will try to add one building in here as well in the future. In the future means now. Yep. This is the first time I actually see same name of a legion in two different forts, and I do not suspect there is too many soldiers in here. I have had larger armies in the past and never ever saw the same name used twice, which is interesting. Now we still have some money and some time, so we can expand on this particular wall and connect the wall on this side. Yes. So again, I am trying to do forts outside the city territory. So they are on the first target of the targeting AI, or I don't know how this works actually. But so we need to change in here as well. Yes, right, that, okay. Now this is where I stop for now with fortification, because I already spent 5,000 and I only have 8,000. Just like super cool place to stop. We are seeing some upgrades in here, so I will slowly be adding services in here. I even slowed the game a little bit. I think this is the correct place for actor and gladiator guild in here, because they will be mostly used over here with our patricians. And you know what, let's also, why not, when we are already doing it. How many patricians were in my previous game where we reached 100? Was it a 9 building, right? Was it 9? I think it was 9. I think it was like this exact street as I did it now, and following one more in here. So I think this is the pattern we used in previous game. Not 100% sure. I do not remember that. But still. Kind of annoyed by needing to stockpile every time. That buttons. Okay, I'll try to do some desirability work in here as well. I will add some plaza as well in here. Okay. Now, we need clinic. We need bathhouse. We need iron. We do have iron. We need odium as well. And we need to check the reach of those. Yes, so they are covering everything with odium, which is nice. Clinic also works. I don't need to check the bathhouse. It's already having the reach. So, what next? Theater and arena. Exactly. And the rebels will be here soon. That's nice from them. So we still getting those food stocks are low, and I'm not sure if that's because we actually do not have enough food, or it's just because we just don't have enough granaries for the amount of people we are hosting in our city. Since I just take a look and I see something is here, I will assume the latter is more probable. So I just added more granaries, and let's see what happens in the future. Now, let's add some markets in here and also tax collector office, because this is the most important part of what will be needed from patricians. That's tax collection. Just wanted to squeeze the school so hard. So okay, let's skip this for now. I forgot. Come on. Let's do the trick. This little trickery.
Pain is just weakness leaving the body.
Yeah, it's already collapsed. Sure. So it's somewhere around here. Let's march with our soldiers in here. And let's send these batch of soldiers as well.
Nos permoveo.
The only easy day was yesterday. You don't have to be crazy to join the legions, but it
Okay,
sure
and this
helps.
is where I'm kind of starting to get stressed out, because there are catapults
It is a
that
good
looks
day
like
to die.
they will attack our forts. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. Which means we will lose. I mean, what's with the targeting? Awesome, man.
Be crazy to join
I mean,
the legions, but it sure
why they were not able to do it like that? Now we have lost probably 40 soldiers, because now, like,
it is a good day to die.
and again,
Yeah, but it's a dry heat.
one catapult followed by one horse from 20. Where is the logic in that? No. Yes, I death effect as well. So this looks fixed, more or less. Yes, we have destroyed the enemy army. So let's pause the game for a moment. I will try to do the trick I managed to succeed once. So
That which does not
those
kill us
cavalry
makes
currently
us
do not
stronger.
have place to live.
My name's Gaius Marius.
Okay,
and I'm
this
an
looks
army
like
of one.
it may work.
I only need to know one thing: where they are.
The important thing, I think, is to have the game on pause, so no
Another day in
soldiers
the
are
Legion is
located
like a
for
day on the farm.
this particular fort. Probably.
We do more
Well,
waiting
this one
line
are
by
more
6
okayish
a.m.
because
than most people do all day.
Utasies!
I mean, I don't know.
I only
Should I
need to know
click?
one thing.
Oh yeah.
Where they are.
Oh yeah. Thank God. Blessed be Odin and Thor and Freyr that we did not lost any soldiers in this particular buggy thing. Oh, what a relief. But nevertheless, I'm still kind of angry on the targeting system of catapults, because it's like... It's so hard to try to kill one before it reaches you. It's a lot. So, food stocks are low, which means our granaries are empty. And they are empty, and they are empty a lot. Maybe that's because... these new villas bought a lot of food. It's possible. I don't know if it is true or not. And I currently cannot say otherwise. Move the engineering district again. So I am able to build more shrines in here. We already see the impact of those shrines. And now they should need exotic goods as expected. We need to lower the... We need to lower the priority for gatehouses and towers now. So, are those goods happy? They are. Which means we are missing a lot of people. It's fine. Happens. It will happen in the future as well. Are there crimes occurring? It's not. It's going nice. Let's build. Let's finish this street as well. So we will have more equipped walls. And this particular farming region is more or less we're done. I think we can try to put more grain fields in here. Not much. I don't think it will be sufficient enough. But we have one more patch of agreeable land, which we will use in close future. So just 4 more farms. And I'm actually kind of losing the money. So hopefully this year trade will help us. And since we are already 4 years in Marcus Aurelius' era, him being the emperor, of course, it means we are in Parthian wars already. But you know, just for the sake of information. There are 5 buildings that actually have not been built in this. Or was there? There was one time actually, I'm sorry. So 4 buildings that were not built in this playthrough, in this series. Those are temples of gods. I actually, if I remember correctly, I built one Jupiter temple in Republic, if I'm not mistaken. And I also built a Droyard to show you how it works, or more how it does not work at all. and to use it as a buffer, sort of. So there's just the 4 buildings, and this is actually a good map that can use the temples, but you know, I do not particularly see any like benefit from that, like at all. So, maybe there is some, I don't know. The gods are more happy, but my gods are already kind of happy people. Okay, there is more war incoming to our city, but we need to focus a little bit on food industry. And even though I was talking about that big patch of agreeable land, it's close to our forts, and it's between our forts and Patricians actually. I'll firstly try to fill up this one, since and, well, my main reasoning is that this one is more close to the 5,000 people living in the proximity of area, and I think they will need that. Right. Next thing we can actually try to build. I will break the pattern here, and I will. My soul will cry, but show must go on, right? Is we will build 3 furniture factories and a warehouse for furniture as well. But we will need to boost timber a little bit more. More timber, please. Let's do that. And yes, we are missing people again. So many people missing. Is there a reason for that? That like some houses are empty, or is it that we just overdone it again with industry? Yeah, it looks like we have overdone with industry as well. So you know what? Let's build 2 houses in here, 3 in here. And let's add a food market as well as basic goods market. Now we can try to focus on importing some exotics goods and on building the fortification needed for our equids. And I saw that this particular region is kind of messy with the hills. Yeah, here we go. So I'll start with, I will like, not start, I will stop the building of fortification on the other side of the city. And I'll start here for a moment. Whoa, this is like mess. Let's hope that's connected. Okay. Yep, let's just go with that. So 3 sides are more or less done. There's one trick I can show you in this region concerning catapults, which just occurred to me. When the catapult destroyed the tower, we saw that the tower basically collapsed. So now there is empty opening in the walls. The way to prevent this kind of situation is to build the 2nd level of fortification to be prepared for, you know, those sorts of scenarios. Oh, I forgot to stockpile the gold. Oh, hopefully they will manage in 6 months. Hopefully. if they want, it's not the end of the world, because we are having kind of nice favor, so at least that's something that's working in here. Am I right? Now I have replaced those towers that were destroyed, and even though I was talking about that a few minutes ago, I did not open trade walls for exotic goods, so let's fix that in instant.
Nos permoveo.
Yes, the reason why the towers are not shooting is the exact one. They do not have priority for shooting.
The glory
I saw
is
some
not mine,
unemployed.
but
Is
Rome's.
that the gatehouse we built? Yes, that's the gatehouse we built. Okay.
You don't have to be crazy to join the legions, but it sure helps.
Promptus precessi.
You don't have to be crazy to join the legions, but it sure helps. My name's Gaius Marius, and I'm an army of one.
Okay. Again, we are facing the destruction of our forts. I also saw some towers collapsed, which is understandable with the amount of catapults, but what I do not enjoy see is how quickly they managed to destroy the towers and fort, and
It is a good day to die.
yeah. I mean, I don't know what to do to prevent that, basically.
The glory is not mine, but Rome's.
So let's do the trick again. In this series, it's the first time I see that functioning. I don't know if there was some bug fixing.
We do more waiting in
I
line
do
by 6
not suppose
than most
there was,
people do all
because I
day.
think the company actually do not exist for a long period of time. I'm not sure though. I may be wrong. But I think they released the game and then was bought by some big player on the market, and that's the end, basically. Sometimes happens. We manage to stockpile enough code. That's actually amazing. Now, of course, don't forget to lower the priority. Okay. Okay. When this year will be closing, when this year will be like closing to December, we will also try to close the northern region as well. I mean, or no, let's do it now. We have a lot of money on our hands. Suppose there are already some patricians who are leveling up with those exotic goods imported. And honestly, while building in this particular kind of terrain, I just don't care anymore to have it nice and narrow, and you know, I just want to be finished. So yeah, we spent a lot of money on that. That's actually hurtful a little bit to see that. I just hope we do not need to delete this particular field in order to have like full closure of our yeah. I mean, is it the only one? Let's check the walls for some problems. I mean, this is problematic. Sure. This looks badly as well. Gatehouse is connected here as well, and here as well. There is a tower in here. It's okay. This is actually encapsulated to the point where you know, there cannot be any more discussion. So yeah, that grain farm is probably the spot where we are having troubles with this enclosure. Fortifications. So what we are gonna do with that? We can go this way. Can we? I mean, you never know what the game will allow you. So now, yes, it was the one, that one farm. This one piece. That's even actually you cannot build there. So technically, the persons cannot like pass this place, but nevertheless,
What's the
it's
point in being rich
fixed.
if even
Now,
I can't find any entertainment in town?
as I remember correctly, these folks are missing education. So that's a school here for you. For some desirability, that's usual. Now we are having small estate apart from this large villa who miss school, and why they do miss that. Okay, it's completely out of the range. So let's try to build the school in here and forbade this one. That's better. That's better. Okay. So let's destroy this one. We will be needing forum as well. Of course, we will be needing some hospital. Maybe we will see some decrease in our current setup in here, because I started to build all the necessary structures. Even though those equids are filling up, we will need to add some more in here. Just put the Colosseum first. Yes, that's like the touch of genius master. That this is where we are not allowed to build, so that's like that hit the spot exactly. Now we have our new neighborhood in here. Hopefully they will come quickly into our city and they will like it, so they will stay. Now our favor is 86, which is actually kind of amazing. Our prosperity is not so large, it's okay. We will fix that with our villas soon. My main problem probably is originating here in the level of our pleb houses, more or less. But again, the same old story with security. Our security is on 0 because we have been attacked on this military breakthrough. I mean, I cannot get over that. It's like, it doesn't make any sense to me at all, like absolutely at all. Now the time has come for decent buildings to be placed. Just, you know, I've been looking forward for that. I wanted this time to have at least some level of culture in my plebs houses. So, you know, they always suffer for our greater cause in here. So let's make that better for them, at least a little bit. And I think we can also help them a little bit more with building school, and that of course will help us with some culture rating as well. And we know we won't stop on one school only, we'll build the second one here as well, just for the sake of it already. Right, so I saw some kind of elements of fire firing, which is not welcome in my city. We will try to import more exotic goods, and I think we have prepared a lot of structures and a lot of services for our patricians. We are missing circus, which we can try to fit in here. I'm not sure if we will manage or not. This will be a tough one. This will be a tough one. Yeah. Well, hereish maybe, or maybe I still see some fire in here. I don't like that view. Okay, let's see where we can put our circus. And this is the like ideal spot, though it's kind of sad that it doesn't fit. And it does not fit Not due to the hills, but due to the trees. Okay, so it's just destroy these trees and that will fix the situation at all. Okay, that's... I was afraid I will need to delete this road, so since this is not happening, I'm kind of glad. We are hitting kind of unemployment records, which is not particularly good. That's not good at all. So let's check what our culture says. That culture is rising. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. So as I was saying, this is kind of the optimal map for temples to be built. And we saw one, as I remember it correctly, and it was Jupiter. So let's repeat that experience and let's build a Jupiter temple. And you know what? We will actually build it on a hill, which will be kind of like homage to Rome own Jupiter temple, which was, I don't know if it's still there, built on a hill. No, that's not building. Now, since we have so many equids available, we can try to build more temples. So let's go with Mars and Mercury. Hopefully they will appreciate it somehow. And let's also build Ceres as well. And Bacchus, no, sorry, no space for Bacchus. But we will fix that in here. Yes. So as I remember my religion of ancient Rome correctly, Bacchus is basically the copy of Dionysus, the god of wine. And I don't usually build those temples because I have problems with with equids. You need a lot of equids in order to have functional patricians, and in this game what happened is kind of overdo it a little bit more. Okay, so our favor is perfect. My superiors couldn't be happier. My superior is Caesar itself, no one else, I suppose, since the next mission is the last one, where hopefully I will become the Caesar. And that's the way how Vikings conquered the Roman Empire. It's actually true. So we need to find some work for our equids, and I'm thinking building a hospital is actually a good move because A, it will cover the area with some more cultural pursuits, and B, it takes 60 people to work there, so that's like nice. Interestingly enough, even though the attack was kind of a long time in past, we still have 0 security. And I do not know what to do with that. I mean, there's this overlap overview of security, but like, what I'm supposed to do with that information, like. Okay, and there is another attack coming in.
We do
this
more
time
waiting
I'll
in
try
line
to
by
send
6 a.m. than most people do all
horses
day.
against the road.
Roma!
And there are more catapults in here, so that means those horses will run here as well.
Pro Kaiser!
So let's speed up a little bit. And again, it's on
I
the
only need to know
same
one thing. Where they are.
spots it used to be. So
Remember, it's not just a job, it's an adventure.
Ut bellum!
okay, so the attack has ended. Again, we have destroyed everything. Again, there was a problem with targeting catapults, and since this tower collapsed, I think it's the only one that matters. Yes, so the Equids started to disintegrate their houses because the houses are not covered inside the city wall circle because the circle is broken. So I have tried to fix that. I'm not sure if I managed. Yes, I did. Building collapsed. Okay. I think we can fix that as well. So was it this one? Let's assume. I mean, we have no other options, right? Oh no, it was this one. Okay. Just considering putting a lot of towers in here. I mean, like 16,000 denaries worth of towers. That's my current dedication to the cause of some towers in here. We are buying incense. We are not buying spice and silk. So let's fix that as well. Which would mark 5 exotic goods in our region right now. It should be enough for our Patricians. Hello. Don't worry, he will come again. Told you so. So right now we have hit the culture numbers are on the next level. We are on 70 points from 14 needed. Prosperity is the same. Security is problematic. I will try to boost some food in here. I will probably do it in some speedish run, maybe, because okay, who's this?
Even the mighty can be brought low. No, I wasn't always a beggar, you know.
So we have beggars in our city. Maybe that's the problem we are having. Not only the enemy armies, but I think those houses do not have enough food. Maybe that's like the problem. So I'll try to fix that. Maybe I will try to add some services, as I promised them as well. That's not particularly enough. I mean, come on. Okay. Let's try with barbershop. So we have got to the point where our employment of equids are not enough. And I'll try to speed up the game because it's already taking too long. So you can now see the montage of me building some agriculture in here, disturbed by a cat sometimes, or you know. And after we fix those hunger problems and we'll see the security rising, the next thing I will do is I will return to my strategy of buying off the enemy invaders, because it's just too annoying as well with those securities. So that's that. Finally. So that was a long game.
No one calls to question your place as Caesar's favorite governor.
Sure, I'm supposed to be Caesar's favorite governor, of course, because I will take over his job soon enough. It was kind of painful because the security is, I mean, it's broken, the game. It's unbalanced. You have how many? 6,000-7,000 people. You can never handle the food that precisely, because sometimes what can happen is one agent from some house could not make it to the trade outpost, even though the food is present there. Sometimes epidemics happened, as we saw, and I was actually scared that it will clear the security we gathered so far, because people will be like coming to city and fetching the food, and sometimes mistakes happens, you know. So that was actually annoying again, which is interesting. So let's hope that our final mission will be much more better. Our final mission will be floating above my head somewhere around this region soon enough. And I hope you enjoyed this quieter building, and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.